Hello everyone, today is Thursday, April 14th, and I wanted to give you guys an update on my seedlings. It's been about a week, I think, since my last kind of update on seedlings. Now as you see, I'm in one of my two grow rooms. This is the smaller one. So in the next couple scenes I'm just going to hold some flats up and show you guys what's growing and kind of give you an idea about how far along I am or how behind I am in the season. Alrighty, so here's a flat of marigolds. Hope you can see that okay. Now I can't sell the marigolds at the market because we have someone that sells plants, so I was told I can't. But these will be great plants to kind of plant in between my my tomatoes and this and that. They do help keep certain pests away. But they're doing quite well. I never grew marigolds from seed before or ever, and as you see, the flat looks pretty good. Alright, here we have a flat of peppers. There is it's a 4x8 kind of grid here, so there's 32 peppers in here. These peppers were seeded on the 8th of March, and they were transplanted into individual cells here on the 2nd of April. So they're about 5 weeks old at this point, and these are all bell peppers. And I couldn't be happier because these are some nice looking seedlings. And speaking of peppers, here are more that are waiting to be transplanted. I just don't have the room inside here right now to transplant these. But there's some cayenne peppers here. There's some sweet banana peppers. But even so, if you can see that, these are growing, you know, fairly well in this 72 cell flat. So as soon as I can transplant these into a 50 cell, 32 cell, or an individual 3-inch cups, they're really going to take off. All right, sticking with the pepper theme, I have another 50 cell flat. This is actually a 50 cell flat of peppers. These are strictly cayenne and sweet banana peppers. At this stage, all peppers look exactly the same. These look exactly like the bell peppers I just showed you. But again, nice, healthy, short, stubby plants, and that's exactly what you want for a pepper. All right, here's an herb tray. I have cilantro from the camera to the end. I have cilantro, I have some catnip, and I have some parsley. And actually, excuse me, this is just catnip and cilantro. The parsley's in the other one. All right, here are some later season, I guess later seeding broccolis, cauliflowers, and cabbages. So just moving down the row here, here's another flat of herbs. Now, this is the one that actually has the parsley, and this is actually dill. All these herbs that I'm showing you, I've never grown before from seed. Usually the way I do my herb boxes, which you all have seen in last year, is I buy plugs. But I haven't bought dill or parsley plugs before, but they're looking nice. So in another 5-6 weeks, these will be ready to sell. Now, there's quite a few flats in here that I didn't touch on because those are either duplicates or things that are just seeded, so they're not coming up very well. But lastly, in this room, you want to take a guess what this is? This is a 50 cell flat. So I bet you there's close to, geez, I don't even know, 500 seedlings in here. 50 cells. Some of these have 10, some have 5 or 6. So I'd say, you know, 300-400 conservatively. Now these 300-400, I think I had to look at my notes, but I'll likely transplant probably about 400, 300 to 400. A lot are going to be for me, and then a lot I want to try to sell at the market. But as transplanting goes with me, is I always end up transplanting more than I actually want because I hate throwing away plants. And these, they're starting to get their true leaves. Some of them actually have their second set of true leaves. So within a week, these will all be transplanted in 3-inch cups, and they'll really start growing. But just as an overview here, it looks pretty thick. Does anybody need any tomato seedlings? Alright, so you saw the flats that I have growing in here. A few here, maybe what was it, 6 or 8. Now we're going to head over to the other grow room, and I'll show you exactly what I have growing there. Alright, now we're in the larger of the two grow rooms. And I'm just going to show you a few things here because a lot are duplicates from the other side. But I'll show you a few things that I'm quite proud of, and then we'll move on down the line. Just right off the bat here, these look like a nice tray of microgreens, which they could be. This is actually mustard green. This is seeded in a what are we in, a 72 cell flat. So there's hundreds of seedlings here. These will all be transplanted into the greenhouse. Probably the most happy I am with anything that I've ever transplanted as far as this year goes is kale. Let me see if you can see that all right. This is Black Magic Kale. It has the dark kind of Savoy leaves that are real kind of slender, and this is looking pretty well. This has been thinned out a few weeks ago. These plants are now, I seeded these on the 8th of March, so they're about 5 weeks old, and they're doing exceptionally well. Some of these are going to go into the greenhouse to grow, and some of them are going to be sold at the market, as well as some planted outside. Alright, so here is a tray of Swiss chard. Now, it's a kaleidoscope mix. You see the red, the yellow, the white, the pink, the deep red, the almost purple colors. Again, I never grew these for seedlings before with this type of turnout, so I'm ready to get these in the garden. This here is a flat of, it's called red spotted lettuce, which will go really well into my lettuce mix bags that I do for the market. Alright, and as you can see here, these are already transplanted into 18-inch, or excuse me, into 3-inch cups. There's 18 per flat, and the type of container has like the little holes to accept the 3-inch pots, or actually 3¼ inch pots, and they work really well. This, I have another tray as well. These are eggplant. They were transplanted about a week or so ago, and they're doing exceptionally well. Alright, and now here is one of, I think, 3 trays. I think I have more than 3 trays of basil. I got your sweet basil here, the green, and then the red basil is somewhat of a Thai basil. That's what it kind of said on the package. I'm not sure the exact name. Some of the taller ones I've already started to pinch off. That way they'll start to bush out, and most of these will be going into my herb boxes for the market, and the other ones will be going into 3-inch cups, similar to the ones that I just showed you with the eggplant, to be sold at the market. Alright, and since a lot of the other stuff are kind of duplicates of what I've shown before, I'll just kind of run down in here. I have the Mizuna, which I showed you, or excuse me, the mustard green. Over there is a red and green Mizuna. Again, I have more basil, I have more kale here, some beets. You can see that alright, some beets, more Swiss chard. I have my carrots here on the end, and a lot of these things just repeat themselves. Over on this side is more of the broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage seedlings that I spoke of before. Everything's doing very well, and of course a lot of these have two trays. Like there's another Swiss chard, another beet, there's more lettuce and different peppers over there. And then if we move over here, I got some spinach going, more kale, and then of course the eggplant and the basil that I showed you before. Okay, so that's pretty much an overview, a quick overview or lengthy overview of what I have growing right now. And stay tuned because there's lots more coming. Thanks for watching.